I'm making turkey crumble today, which is a great way of hiding extra vegetables for children. So as it's getting colder as well, I know today, it was a beautiful day, yeah. So 2 cloves of garlic, but look at this monster I found, so 1 is enough. And 200 grams of onions, quartered, and 30 grams of olive oil. I guess it's a little more than I thought, so I should have measured it beforehand. Okay, and insert the measuring cup, and it's going to chop it for 4 seconds at speed 5. And let me just show you what that looks like. 4 seconds is amazing. Look at that. Chopped beautifully. Okay, so scrape it down a bit. And insert the measuring cup again. So we're going to go and cook it for 7 minutes. So it's sauteed for 7 minutes at 100 degrees. And now it says to add leeks. I don't have leeks, so I'm just going to straight into adding 200 grams of carrots. And it did say sliced. Anyway. And then we're going to insert the measuring cup again, or lid, and it's going to cook for another 7 minutes at 100 degrees again. So, look at that steam, ha ha ha. So the carrots and the onions and garlic have cooked, and now I'll just add the butternut. I did pre-measure everything, whoops. And they say white wine, but because I'm preparing it so the children can eat it, I'm using my homemade stock paste, and I'm going to just put one largish teaspoon in, as it gives beautiful flavour, and I'll just put a dash of water with it, and smoked paprika, a tablespoon of that, lovely colour. So you're going to end up with a really good colour here. And then insert the measuring cup again, and it goes for 10 minutes again at this temperature.
Okay.
There we go. So, oh, it's really smelling delicious here. So now we're going to preheat the oven to 200 degrees. We'll do that. Okay. And we're going to add the turkey mince. Now, I do have a little more than they say. It should be 300 grams, but it comes in I buy it at the supermarket, and it comes in a 500 gram pack. So it's actually 482. They cheated me. And they say add a quarter teaspoon of salt. I'm not going to, because there was enough in my stock paste, because I know what's in there. I always only make my own stock paste, but this have a little bit of pepper in there. Less for children, but it'll be the 2 of us eating it. And then it just says insert the measuring cup. It does say stir it a little bit. I'm a bit lazy to do that. It does all the stirring for me, really. And there we go. And it's now going to cook for another 5 minutes at 100 degrees again. So here's the cooked. Well, it will bake more in the oven, but here are the veggies and the turkey. Really is smelling so delicious. But what I'm going to do is, Errol made some pesto yesterday, and I'm just going to add a little bit of it to give it some extra flavour, because the aroma is just wonderful, and I like the cashew nuts that he's used in here as well. So I'm just going to mix that in, and then I'm going to put it in the dish, and then we're going to make the crumble now. So now with the crumble, we have a clean bowl. Thank you. I've grated my parmesan earlier. I never buy grated parmesan because it has cellulose. Bought grated parmesan has cellulose in it, and heaven knows what other fillers they might add to it. So lovely home grated parmesan. So that goes 40 grams of parmesan in there, and then I'm not going to grate it because I've already grated it. And now some diced butter, 60 grams of that, and 100 grams of plain flour, which I measured earlier as well. Because as you know, we have scales in here, so it's all done for us. And then we insert the measuring cup, because it's going to mix it now. And it's going to do it for 10 seconds at speed 4. So now we're going to, so it's crumbed it, you see? And now we're going to add 70 grams of oat flakes. And I use the purest, I don't buy instant oats. It's all as natural as I can get. And now we're just going to mix it with a spatula. And then we're going to put it on top of the vegetables that I'm going to layer. So I'll be back with you in a minute and show you how that works. So I have the meat mixture neatly in the dish, and normally you would just add the crumble to the top, but because I've decided I wanted to add more veggies and I roasted these earlier, they really are beautiful. So just ribbons of courgette and with beautiful marjoram from our garden, flavouring them, and basically just a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of salt, not a lot. I try not to have too much salt in our food. So there we go with that, a little bit extra juice in there. And then beautiful, I did skin the red peppers after I roasted them as well, and they really just had a bit of olive oil on them. And I do all sorts of things with roast, various dips with these peppers and things. They're really very good. So as it's a little, there we go. The oil is just so beautiful. The colour of it is really lovely. And now the crumble. And it's, I can't wait to taste this. It's really looking delicious. It smells so good. And that'll go in the oven for 30 minutes. And then we'll have some supper. So there we go. So if you look for the recipe on Cookie Dough, it'll look slightly different. There's an app for it as well. And I'd love to see your creations on Tish's Kitchen as well if you make them. Into the oven it goes. So the timer's just gone off and it's ready and it smells wow. Somebody mentioned the other day that we need smell-o-vision, and I wish I could convey the smell to you. It's mwah. So let's see. Whoa. There we have it. Oh, wait to bite it. I had to shut the door because it's really hot. So, you're coming closer. There it is. And there, beautiful unctuous veggies. So if you have children that are fussy eaters with veggies, you can just mush it up a bit so that they don't notice it. That's what I would do. My kids weren't too bad with eating vegetables, I was lucky. So if you're curious, there's a Thermomix app with the Cookie Dough recipes, and there are over 50,000 recipes worldwide, and you can sign up for a month for nothing to trial it and see whether it's of interest to you. You obviously do have to buy a machine to use it, but for the month you can have a look and see what you could be cooking on it. So thank you for joining me.
Oh, shit, yes.
Because it's fucking hot.